Hello and welcome to Consider the Truth. My name is Scott, and my goal is to help anyone listening to apply greater truth to their life. Today I wanted to talk about a dream that Joseph Smith had in 1843 about a foreign foe invading the United States. If we come in here to the Gospel app, click on Church History, Joseph Smith's Revelations, and scroll down to section 130, we'll read about this dream. It says, I dreamed that a silver-headed old man came to me and said he was invaded by a gang of robbers who were plundering his neighbors and threatening destruction to all his subjects. He had heard that I always sought to defend the oppressed, and he had come to see if the general would call out his legion, meaning General Joseph Smith of the Legion of Nauvoo, call them out and protect him. And he had come to hear with his own ears what answer I would give him. I answered, if you will make out the papers and show that you are not the aggressor, I will call out the legion and defend you while I have a man to stand by me. The old man then turned to go away. When he got a little distance, he turned suddenly around and said I must call out the legion and go, and he would have the papers ready when I arrived. And says he, I have any amount of men which you can have under your command. Elder Hyde gave this interpretation. The old man represents the government of these United States, who will be invaded by a foreign foe, probably England. The U.S. government will call on you to defend probably all this western territory, and will offer you any amount of men you may need for that purpose. So I was thinking back about, well, since 1843, has this prophecy already been fulfilled? And in my opinion, the answer is no. There was the Mexican-American battle, or you call it a war, regarding the boundaries along the southern border. But during those battles and that conflict, it was very short-lived. And it says that they will offer you any amount of men you may need for that purpose, which isn't true. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints was asked to provide men to help in that conflict, and they marched to San Diego and built roads and built schools and stuff down there. But they never were given men from the United States to take charge over and coordinate this conflict. So to me, hasn't been fulfilled yet. Anyway, there's some other interesting insights in this section while we're here, so I wanted to go ahead and read those. It says, the sealing of the 144,000 was the number of priests who should be anointed to administer in the daily sacrifice. So this is something totally unrelated to that dream, but Joseph Smith is answering the question about who these 144,000 people are, and it says that they should be anointed to administer in the daily sacrifice. And some people will say, well, the 144,000 have already been called. People in their patriarchal blessings back in the time of Joseph Smith said that they were part of this 144,000. And it's true that many of them have been called. However, none of them were anointed to be a part of this 144,000 who would go out to all the world and preach the gospel. So this has yet to be fulfilled. It will be fulfilled as an event with the opening of the sixth seal that we read in Revelation chapter 6. Revelation chapter 7. And those people will come back and perform their missions at that time. Another interesting thing here says, during President Joseph's remarks, he said there was a nice distinction between the vision which John saw as spoken of in Revelations and the vision which Daniel saw. The former, meaning the revelation of John, relating to things as they actually existed in heaven, the latter being a figure representing things on the earth. God never made use of the figure of a beast to represent the kingdom of heaven. When they were made use of it, it was to represent an apostate church. And so in the book of Revelation, John never uses a beast or an animal to represent something happening here on earth. Those are animals that actually exist in heaven. Those are literal things. And Daniel, he uses beasts and imagery figuratively to represent things in the kingdom of heaven here on earth. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you think that others would benefit from this or find it interesting, please hit the like button so that the YouTube algorithm knows to share it with others. Thanks. Have a great day.